Anyway, here we are. Burning Bridges at Burning Brennan on Twitter. Jimmy's here. Tom's in the Tom Zone. We got a guy named Scott in the audience. I let him come in because he's been to our shows. Because I said, I'm not going to let just random people in. Yeah. 'Cause I don't trust them. But I met him before at the Stress Factory.
Yeah, he seemed to know who I was when I walked up on the building.
Pennsylvania. Yeah, he's from Pennsylvania. But he's here. You're here for the Opie show tonight, right? The Opie and Friends.
So we're like his warm up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he's gonna make a whole day. Like when my mom
nice
comes
and wet,
up to New York,
baby.
she sees like 3 Broadway shows and eats lunch and dinner because
Lion King in the afternoon, Wicked at night.
Get a matinee and then get the whatever. So that way you'd be like, yeah, I had a good time. Even if it's not that good, you get a lot of volume. If the quantity's not good, if the quality's not good, the quantity's good. And we got Adam here. I don't know if you guys know Adam. Adam, tell him your story.
Yes. Well, you and I worked together on the MLC podcast.
But how'd we get hooked up?
How did we actually meet? Do you want me to tell them where we met on the internet? Did your wife listen to this?
Backpage?
Oh, didn't I just put a tweet out that after Lenny quit or something, or did you contact me?
Yeah, I don't even think you asked. I was just listening.
Yeah.
On my phone.
Did I say if anybody's out there can help me, tweet me or something?
You may have said something. I thought
I tweeted something.
I knew that he quit, and I was just like, I wanted.
And you listened to the show, right?
Exactly. I was an avid listener. So I shot you an email like randomly, thinking like,
you sent me an email, because I was looking for the tweet you sent me, but then I never.
It was an email.
Yeah. He's a real pro. Anyway, long story short, Bobby fucking stole him now to work on Bobby's show. Which is ridiculous because Bobby's whole thing with me is like everybody quits on me, because I've had some falling outs with former partners.
Not perfect.
Former and present partners.
Former and present partners. So I'm a little rough around the edges. But here's the fucking point. It's like Bobby was always like, I take care of my people, and like fucking Deepu quit and then Scopo quit, but I guess Scopo quit first and Deepu quit. Do they tell you why they quit, or they just
no? But I think it's a weird conflict of interest to have like a comedian producing your show. Like I'm just a regular dude.
Right.
We talk.
That's why I liked you because comics are. First of all, comics are always looking for some way to get more something. Right. You know what I mean? Because they're desperate people, especially when they're younger.
Right.
They're looking for airtime and mic time and stage time, and they're looking for anything. And then they show up, and then he probably doesn't let them talk very much. I've never really done his show, but they don't. He basically they talk when they're. They talk when they're spoken to, right?
Well, like those guys will chime in, but it doesn't always go well because they're not as seasoned as a lot of the comics on the show. So
they're not as confident.
They stick around for a while, but
if they say something, Bobby will go like, "That's not." He'll jump on them, right? Like they're the little brother.
But Twitter will if he doesn't. Will. So it's like
they get sick of the backlash.
The truth is there, so they don't want to fucking hear that. They don't want to go on. It's like going on and bombing every single week. You know what I mean? Because you can't keep up with comics. If you're like an open mic comic or not that seasoned, you're not going to do well.
I've been on a few times. Did great every time. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You were on YKWd?
Oh, baby, yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're not also producing the show, so maybe.
Oh no, yeah. I'm getting what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Really trying to take your part. You know what I mean? Like, Tom, you're a comic.
Yeah, no.
I'm saying you're a comic.
The point is, Bobby's like, I got incredible loyalty. All these guys are super loyal to me. Blah blah blah. We gave you the best producer ever, in Mrs. Lenny Marcus. You know what I mean? Like this guy was like Lenny didn't know how to work the fucking. When I got Adam, I almost called him Arnold. When we got Adam, Adam's like, why don't you use the TV? Why don't you use the monitors like Bobby does, or why don't you get phone calls? Because my fucking this producer that Bobby gave me, this producer extraordinaire, he didn't do dick. He wouldn't lift a finger to make it. I'll take one of those too. Sorry.
Well, I'll take
one. Why didn't he take it? Obey your thirst, motherfucker.
Right?
I thought you
Criss
were gonna turn
cross.
it into some
Still, he's
shit
still
with
he's still
LeBron.
falling for those Kobe commercials. Obey your thirst. Fucking Sprite.
He's
Yeah,
just-
I've never been like my thirst never said Sprite. Never.
I like how you love Adam, and I think that's funny because you hate everyone, and I just think it's a cool.
Because Adam has no ulterior motive, you know.
Right. I like it. I
Adam's
think
not
it's funny.
trying to
You
fucking
hate everyone.
Adam's basically, you know. I was telling him the guy who lives in my building that did my website, and I was telling him about Adam. He goes, "That's fucking genius," because he goes, "Everybody wants to do a podcast." Adam's like, "I'll take the other side.
Right.
I'll take the other side of that trade, which is where all the money's going to be." Because Riotcast just announced like 3 new podcasts.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
First of all, everyone's got a podcast. The last time I listened to Bobby Kelly's show, when you weren't there yet, he was shitting on me for like 20 minutes. A caller called in.
Adam was there. I watched it.
No, he wasn't.
He had a lot of good points. He did it.
He wasn't there yet. He
wasn't
hadn't
there.
started yet. It was the week
Why
before.
Tom trying to take you down, Arnold?
It was the
We're
week.
cool.
It was the week
We're
before he
cool.
started. But anyway, he's got these guys on. Everyone's at the end of the show. Everyone's like, this podcast, my that podcast. Who's listening to the podcast if everybody has a podcast?
That's a fact.
So who are the fans? Who are the listeners? We got one in the
Shout out.
studio. so
I had one in the studio last week too.
right. So
Josh.
we're done. So maybe we'll get 2 1 week.
Cool.
So Adam's like, I'll work the other side of that trade and I'll do the thing. But here's the point, you know, Robert Kelly's like, you're gonna, you know, because he was on with Bert Kreischer one time, and you know, Bert Kreischer was talking about my podcast, saying it was good, and Bobby's like, well, it's gonna be no misery loves company. It's gonna be over soon. It's just gonna be misery. So I'm gonna lose all my partners, and I'm gonna be left by myself. But Bobby's losing all his fucking things, and he's got to steal my guy because he knows my guy is fucking good.
I get along with everybody too.
Yeah, that's true too. But that's why you'll make money. But so from the beginning, I said the only valuable commodity for me is Adam, because I can always find somebody else to fucking as a comic to just yap.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, this guy actually has a fucking skill. Like when I met my wife, after the first time I fucked her, I think she ordered food at the bodega and she started speaking Spanish. I'm like, home run! Somebody with a fucking skill, you know.
I did not know where that was going to go. By the way.
Oh, she's bilingual. I'm like, I never fucked a bilingual before. I'm like, so push come to shove, we can move to Mexico.
She speaks.
Right.
We can,
All right.
we can travel. We can
side of the
travel
wall.
abroad.
She speaks Spanish when you make love.
Very little.
She said, "Ay papi,
Ay,
papito."
puto.
Mighty gone.
So anyway, so Adam has a skill. So I'm like, okay, well, but it just cracks me up. So then they steal. They didn't steal him, but I mean, once I came here, I was like, well, I didn't know it was gonna happen anyway.
Right.
So Adam's probably like, well,
got a
and even
whole-
fucking Carrie Carava, they go behind, they go behind my back.
We were sneaking around for a while, actually. Carrie.
I mean, I knew Carrie was doing something, and all of a sudden I see the fucking Facebook live feed.
Yeah.
I hear her say, Adam.
So he just tried. You see, you done entered him into a whirlpool. He inside the matrix right now.
Because everybody sense what I sense. I'm like, this guy, he don't want to be a comic. And that's like,
Right.
when you're around comics, you're like, mwah. Somebody doesn't want to be a comic. Oh my
because
God,
they're
God
always
bless you.
fucking tap dancing, trying to get in on the
No,
show.
they're right. They're always like, they always got some ulterior motive that sometimes you can't even see it. You know, when I met
Until it's too
my
late.
wife, she didn't want to be in show business. If she would have wanted to be in show business, I'd be like, I'm done with this because I don't want anybody in that world where it's like, do you see my new headshots? I'm like, give me a gun, I'll fight. You want to see my headshot with a fucking bullet wound in my head? You just get
hollow
sick of
point?
it. You get sick of it. I mean, my mom has a fucking podcast ready to go. I'm trying to sell to
I'm
Riotcast.
actually trying to get in on that. I'm trying to get
Drive down
trying to get in on
But
that.
once I saw
So that AARP money.
Carrie never says to me, "Do you mind?" Like she never tips me off about Adam. So then with this, even Adam did. I don't expect Adam to tip me off because he's a businessman. But Robert, nobody tips me off.
That's bitch ass of you, Adam. You have no loyalty, bro. Fuck that.
Listen,
He's
He
got
brought you
loyalty.
into
He's
the
gotta pay
game.
bills. He's got to
Hold
pay
on.
bills.
I'm a hired gun, though.
Listen,
He's a hired
listen,
gun.
Listen, Aaron Rodgers' face. Listen to me, dog.
Ooh, does look like
This is
Aaron
what you
Rodgers.
got to understand.
Take that.
This is look at
Okay.
you. You breaking up with bitches, huh? Listen to
Breaking
me.
up with
what I'm
bitches.
saying is this: he brought you in the game, dog.
Yeah.
So at the
but I'm
end
not
of the day-
paying him.
Hold on, Kev.
yeah, that's true.
Hold on. All I'm saying, he not paying you, but he puts you in the game.
Yeah, but
That's all that matters. So when you get in opportunities, you need to be letting them know, yo, bro, I'm not stepping on no toes. I'm just letting you know this is what's going on over
Look
here.
at Aaron
So it's not
Rodgers.
no
That's pretty good. Really do look like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I told you.
Tiny Aaron Rodgers.
Get a shot of his face, his small skull. He's got a small, big skull, and that's why it almost
saying he
fit
should
Aaron
let-
Rodgers.
Well, here's the
Kevin,
point.
no.
Here's the point I'm trying to make is
Jones
that
Rivers.
But wait, but hold on.
No, but that's why I didn't care because
Fuck that.
you know, Bobby Kelly's like, "Where's your loyalty?" You know, he was like, "Where's your?" He never said it, but he's like, "Where's your loyalty to me?" It really is uncanny.
It's pretty good.
But Bobby Kelly's like, well, you ain't got no. I'm like,
show more
motherfucker,
teeth.
you're not paying me. Like, how much loyalty you
Love how
expect
productive
when you're not
team
paying
over
me?
here.
If Rycast ain't paying me to do a show, oh, but we'll get commercials and we'll put up a paywall. I'm like, no, you're not paying me. So you can all these other things like a paywall.
Oh, I remember that. I
Paywalls for
remember that
shit.
day.
The
I walked up
commercials
on that
come when they come.
conversation. I recorded
Here's
that
another thing. Here's another
conversation.
thing.
You recorded it?
Yeah.
Here's another thing. Robert Kelly's like, well, people even say now you get commercials. Like, you don't just get commercials. And Robert Kelly, when we had a fight, he's like, well, you know, we're trying to get you commercials. We show them your numbers. But of course, who's first of all, if you run the network and you're trying to get commercials, you're going to take the commercials first because you get a bigger percentage.
Yep.
If I get a commercial, he only gets a small percentage of the money. Where if he gets a commercial for himself, he gets most of the money. You know, and
Yeah.
he's a fat fuck, and they're all greedy. You know, fat people are greedy. That's why whenever I'm on a plane,
Why fat people can't just be committed?
no,
know what I mean?
whenever I'm on a plane with a fat person, I'm like, if this plane goes down, I know this person ain't gonna be sharing food because that's how they are.
Well, if that plane
They don't
goes
share.
down,
They don't
at least
share.
you got some cushion or something like that.
Right,
You know,
that's
like
true.
Getting my dick sucked.
oh
Flotation.
wow.
From last week. That's from last week.
Oh yeah.
Call back.
Good call back.
When I'm getting my dick sucked. They rest on like a pillow.
It is warm. Listen, but what I'm saying.
So what I'm saying is
Robert
that
Kelly's stealing your people, and then he's talking about
But-
they ain't loyal. Hey, yo, Aaron Rodgers face. What you got to do is you got to start being more loyal. And are you
Listen,
getting
you're
paid over
okay,
there?
but hold up.
Let me
hold
ask
up,
you this: Are you
okay,
getting paid
ask
over
me this.
are they
Go ahead.
paying you?
Yeah, I do get paid.
Did they offer you, or did you say I need more than this? Did you
No,
negotiate it?
No, I didn't negotiate it.
Was it reasonable?
made.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Is it more than Carrie pays you?
It's like we're doing a totally different
Does
deal.
Carrie pay you in a chicken
I just,
parmesan?
yeah, she pays me mostly in
Fucking veal?
lamb
Food. Lapini?
lamb shawarma mostly.
Lamb shanks.
But
here.
I forget what were we talking about? Oh, but it's
Loyalty,
like if you're
motherfucker,
but if you're,
loyalty.
Okay, but if you're a comic, you work at a lot of clubs, right? You don't have to call every club and okay it first.
Yeah.
Just
In
go
LA you
take a
do.
fucking
In LA
job.
in LA
Right,
you get mad
might.
they
But
work
I know
at Laugh
Kevin's cool,
Factory.
and he knows I appreciate the opportunity, and I think we have an.
I wanted
understanding.
him. I wanted him to like get
Flourish
work
in
from
the
it, but then
business.
for Robert Kelly to go like,
That's what I'm
oh,
saying.
right.
He
I mean, that's
knew what the
some
fuck
sneaky
was
shit.
up over there. Yo, stop! You see, stop
No,
your
no,
white
but-
shit,
but
dog.
whoa.
Stop your Caucasian shit right now.
Who
Okay?
contacted you?
I love being in the
Robert
club.
Kelly?
But hold
on,
on,
man.
But also, what you got to understand, Jimmy, is him and Kevin and I talked about this a long time ago. He knew that we were talking about working together for a while.
Who?
Is that-
Oh, yeah.
with Sprance and I. So
Yeah.
I mean, this wasn't like a shock or anything.
Oh, so you knew you was gonna
He
be
knew-
working with Robert Kelly eventually.
And so did Kevin.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I didn't
knew
just
that
like
they-
turn around
I
and
knew
All
that-
right. And then I respect that. I respect that.
No, I knew they had been talking to him, and I didn't care. Like because again, I wasn't paying Adam, but I thought like, okay, you know, Adam will probably get work from this. I didn't know it was gonna get like, I didn't know he's gonna be fucking my immediate
like your
family.
ex. Yeah.
like
right.
Carrie and
Yeah,
Robert
yeah.
Kelly and stuff
Right,
like that.
right.
You got wrapped up real quick.
But
Quick.
but who contacted you, Robert?
Well, Sprance and I
Don't
have been
do
talking.
that.
No.
Do that.
Sprance and I have been talking for a long time, and
And he said,
what are you talking about? I don't understand. What,
I'm over
are you
here-
there?
I'm over
Are you
here-
tapping my phones?
First of all, I was just saying a rhyme. I was
Okay.
just kicking a rhyme.
Oh,
That
well,
new
that's
50
fine.
Cent joint.
Feel free
It was
to.
Tessio. He was always the
Feeling
smarter
guilty about something now. That's something
No, I'm
else.
cool. I just wanted. I just, you know, I brought
After the
Adam in because
funeral.
I didn't want to hear. I didn't want to text him because I can't get any information when I'm texting. And when I text Adam, you know, like I'll text him, then 8 hours later he gets back to me because I know he's busy with like all my
that's what it
competitors. All my
He's just not
competitors.
fucking you off. He's
We're
just
pretty,
not like, you know.
I'm pretty
So-
punctual with you.
So my point is that
Motherfucker.
that they contacted you and they said, right after we quit, or did?
Oh no, well, okay. Remember,
No, I'm
yeah,
saying, did you take over because did they
Oh, it
want
was-
did they want Deepu to quit?
no, that was just because he did did quit. So I was like just kind of filling in, and then we jived. So I stuck around.
Of course you jive, right?
Yeah, we jive, baby. Right? You know what's going on with.
No, but Deepu quit because he couldn't keep up, just like Adam said.
What do you mean he couldn't keep up?
Deepu said he was sad that he couldn't keep up. People would be funny on the podcast, and he wouldn't get anything in. He said it wasn't his pacing and stuff like that. Basically, what Adam said.
Oh, Deepu said that?
Yeah.
On Robert Kelly's show?
On his own podcast, and then Robert Kelly watched it on his podcast. It was funny.
Oh.
I was there for that.
He said he couldn't keep up.
Basically.
People are too...
Funny.
You know, the thing is with Robert Kelly's show, it's hard to do because there's 7 people there. So if you chime in, and then you don't get the laugh in the room,
I'll say that
it's like when I used to be in a writer's room. Like sometimes you pitch a joke and you think it's funny, but if they don't laugh, if they're not listening, if they don't expect you to be funny. First of all, if they don't expect you to be funny, they don't even listen.
5 other comedians.
So can I finish, Tom?
Yes.
So if the room don't laugh, and a lot of times they'll laugh at the most famous guy there or the most successful guy there. So
for sure.
If Joe List says something, they'll be like, oh, he's got the show I was watching. Joe List was like, I guess he was saying like, I got the most credits in the room. So he was talking the most. So it kind of works its way down. The guy with the least confidence chimes in the least, and then they don't even listen to him. They're waiting for their fucking turn. But that show stinks because of that. There's too many people, and it's not a conversation. It's just like like, hey Jimmy, nice fucking shirt,
That's man.
And then if you're listening on a podcast, you can't even see the fucking shirt, and it's just like it's dumb. It's like listening to the Comedy Cellar Comics Table, and you're just listening with no video. And you're like, who said what? You don't know. But then even when I was on Robert Kelly's show, there's like 8 people, and then Robert would be like, and then I'd be sitting there like after a while, you're just like, who gives a fuck? Because even if you say something funny, do you get credit for it? But again, he's younger, he's intimidated, and plus he's Indian too, so they probably thought it was like stereotyped. That he was just like the technical guy,
Sound person in the room. Yeah, because you're also the guy Googling stuff and running cameras and all that. So you chime in with a joke, people are like, what's the tech guy doing walking on the show? You kind of have that role.
And even with you, when you were on our show, if you said something, you might be away from the mic. Then I'd say, what'd you say, Adam? So even like if you're doing technical stuff, you're worried about like what your technical job. Even if you have a joke,
just say this,
might be off the mic.
He was funnier than a lot of motherfuckers when he chimed in also. You were funny, Arnold.
Thank you, Jimmy.
You were funny.
I liked it when you chimed in too. I would say I've done podcasts with 5 people, like that podcast, and it's way easier than this podcast. You're a lunatic. It's this podcast is the hardest podcast to do.
You have like a safe distance at least.
Yeah.
Like you could get to the door if he charged.
So
you.
this podcast isn't hard because you don't have any responsibilities except
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I mean? If I do all the talking, the thing with a Robert Kelly show is like it's like a round table. He wants it to be like
an old Comedy Cellar.
Yeah, he wants it to be like that, so it's like everybody's chiming in, but again, it's like I mean, the time I listened to, I was like, I can't believe the shit they talk about. You're like, I can't fucking believe this. Like, it's so fucking boring. Like you'd almost want to, like if you had a week to live, you'd almost want to listen to Robert Kelly's podcast because it would drag out the week. You know what I mean? Like it would seem like, wow, it seems like 8 days instead of 7 days. Because it's boring. Even they'll go, wow, this is boring. Or someone will go, are we really talking about this? Like the one time I was on before I started doing my show, I was on with Dante and Robert Kelly, and they were talking about who's the best superhero. I go, you guys, I got shit to do. I can't be sitting around talking about who's the greatest superhero. Like they're not even real motherfuckers. I got kids and shit. I can't. So I just left. This before Robert Kelly hated me. He goes, oh, I love that guy because he loved it because I was like, fuck this.
That was like your final punchline.
Because I told him I couldn't do the whole show anyway, but they're talking about who's the greatest superhero. I'm like, the Hulk I'm like, are you guys serious? Why don't we talk about fucking Dracula's? Because he don't exist either. What was the best? Like when people talk about the shit, I'm like, you guys really have time? I'm like, how long are people's car rides that they can listen to this whole fucking
That's what it
show?
is, though, is there's such a need for content. Part of the reason why I have a job is because people, they're into that stuff. They want to hear that, like, slice of life thing.
Do they? If I would pull over because I need a nap. I mean, it's
not. Yeah,
it's horrible. It's fucking horrible.
I've never listened to it.
Who is your
Never
favorite
listened to it.
superhero?
Huh?
Who's the best superhero?
My son asked me that. My son asked me that. I'll engage him. But Robert Kelly's not my. He's like 50 or 40 or something. And Dante, you know, they're like, because they think they're big guys and they think they're superheroes in their own fucking mind. You know what I mean? They're like Dante's like, I'm a big dude. I'm like, okay, well, you can barely fucking walk. So let's take it easy.
Leave Dante alone.
He can't even stand.
Sneaky.
He can't even stand up when he does stand up. He's got to sit on a fucking stool.
That's his style, though.
Oh, is it? It's called laziness. That's my style.
Right. I sit here. Kind of my thing.
No, it's like the Attell story. I don't even know if this is true, if this is urban legend, but Attell said he worked with this comic the whole week, and the comic was so fat that he couldn't get to the stage when the room was full. So he had to lay on the stage. He would lay under a tarp while the other comics were on. So then they would introduce him. They lift the tarp, and so he could say, "That's my style. That's my style. I lay on the stage.
Obesity.
That's my big entrance."
No way
where
that's
I'm like,
true.
he's got to lay still the whole fucking show. I guess he pisses into a cup. I don't know what the fuck he does. I don't even know if it's true, but it's
No way that's true.
No, because when the comedy club's full, you can't. I mean, the comedy show you can't get fucking through if you're a fat dude. So you know, whatever.
I'm like, I would see
his
that.
style.
I would go see that.
So I want to get Adam on just to see, you know, whatever. I mean, with the Bobby Kelly thing, it's like I can only, you know, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I just thought it was ironic that he kept saying like, I'm going to lose all these guys, I'm going to lose all these guys. Like I don't know how to run my business.
So
and then as soon as like it's, you know, and he was probably salivating to get Adam anyway because he knows that Adam's no headache. Like all these other guys are like, I want more stage time. I want this. I want that. I want, you know, and fucking like new comics are like fucking cockroaches. Like,
Oh my goodness.
you want them dead because they're so annoying. Like I watch these comics. Like whatever, and I just all these comics on Facebook, and they're like, "I did this." I'm like, "I know you suck, dude. I know you suck.
Another thing,
like I suck, and I'm great, and I know these people suck." And they're saying what heroes they are, and like I was killing it. I'm like,
fuck
dude, just fucking stop. You know?
You know what? I'm done with the fucking internet sensation motherfuckers that think they're comics. You know, they get out on stage.
Vine stars.
Yeah, fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. How you funny?
On an app that you've never heard of.
Yo, get
like,
the
I'm big
fuck
on
out of here,
Snapchat.
dog. Like it's too much. It's too much. They're just in the way. The Vine stars becoming new comics.
Yeah.
It's just Vine stars.
Like people on, they'll get famous on like an app or something.
Yeah, it's like
think
these
that
little
they're-
60-minute or 30-second clips of
11-second clips.
wow, that's
Can
crazy.
Can you fill 11 seconds? I got a spot for you.
Oh my god,
You need to
it's
open for me.
crazy. It's just horrible,
It's
man.
What are
11
they doing in 11
seconds.
seconds? Comedy in 11 seconds?
Yeah,
Or
bullshit
whatever.
skit. And then they get like 50,000 followers, and now they're
That's what I got.
You know what's horrible? Nick fucking Cannon is hiring these motherfuckers for wilding out, and then this makes these motherfuckers solidify.
Still doing that show, Wildin' Out?
Done? Wow.
Yeah, man.
But you know, I think it started. It didn't.
Still
It
wildin'.
started for me when Vic DiPotato did like a 2 million hits on milk and bread. Like he just did a video about him going to the store for milk and bread, and then he was doing like theaters off of these like little fucking YouTube clips.
It's crazy to me.
So I mean, that's part of. I mean, I don't even have a problem with that. I have a problem with like thinking like
if
guys
you're not
thinking
a comic and you're doing that, Kev, and then the people, the game is putting you on this plateau, and you know you're not built like that. You know you're not funny like that, but you know you're an opportunist. That's what I call these Vine stars and shit like that.
Right.
They're opportunists. They're there just to seize a moment because they're really not talented, man. This is just a moment in time. This is just some whack-ass skit that they put the fucking together, and they really think they're the shit behind this whack-ass skit. Oh, this is what happens when your girl walk by with a fat ass. Fuck out of here.
I want to hear. I want to see that. I want to see what
I
happens.
want to know how that ends.
It's just a whole bunch of.
There's 1,000 of those exact videos. Is Vine even exist anymore?
No, they went out of
I
business.
think they went
out of
under.
business.
Yeah.
But
Even the platform went under.
good.
Thanks, Deepu.
Good.
Anyway,
Talking to me or the couch?
Yeah.
Hey,
I
come
don't
on.
know.
no. Anyway, no, but it's a different world out there. But like, it's just, I mean, partly it's like everybody on my Facebook friend. Like, I tweeted, I said, like, listen, if your Facebook picture is you holding a mic, it's like it'd be
God.
like being in porn and you holding a dick near your mouth.
Extra
You know what I mean?
ironic.
Yeah.
Your
Nobody-
Twitter profile picture
fucking
is of you
bad.
holding a fucking microphone.
Nobody gives a fuck that you can hold a
Look at
mic near your
me.
mouth because
Yeah.
it's just like we don't need more comics.
No, we don't. And you
I
know
mean,
what's
how many
crazy?
good comics are there? There's like 7.
Yeah,
Everybody else is
I
just
know.
like, hey, I'm doing this. Well, now when people tweet like, oh, I'm at this club, or I'm like, that guy sucks.
I know.
Like, I want to retweet
Hey, yo,
like, this guy
how
sucks.
How about when you see somebody on a fucking flyer that you know is horrible, and doesn't that shit frustrate you or make you feel some kind of fucking? How is this? Yo, the
Flyers are a
seller
black
is
man's
trash,
game, though.
dog. I don't give a fuck. I'm saying it. The seller is trash. A lot of their fucking acts there are straight up trash. They're not. Ain't no real motherfuckers up in the cellar. They got all this fluffy bullshit comedy going on there.
Yeah, I got to announce a new sponsor, the Comedy Cell in the Village Underground.
Yo.
I was gonna tell. I should have told you before
awkward.
the show started. No, go
Nah,
ahead.
man.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nah, man.
No, it's called Burning Bridges. I ain't gonna.
But I'm just
here
keeping
to-
it. I'm just keeping it
Yeah.
a stack, yo.
Yeah.
I know what they're shooting for. They want the prestige and all that shit. But where are the dope ass acts? There's not really a lot of dope ass acts. A lot of these niggas is just new. They coming in there. A lot of motherfuckers getting put on because they gay. You know, and I'm keeping it a stack, man. I don't got a problem. You know, do your thing. But
No, it
that shit
goes-
is just
No,
that's
but
just crazy right now.
Partly it's this. It's partly it's this. Like, listen, if you're like a white dude, it's not gonna be easy. That's why I see all these white dudes doing stand. I'm like, dude, you better be real fucking
gotta do
good
something
or
original.
interesting because nobody wants to hear what white dudes have to say. And down there in the village, they're all the crowds from out of town. They're pro gay. They're pro like. I got heckled the other night because I did a joke. This woman goes, people in the front row like white people. And I said, how long have you been married? 7 months. They go, I said, you got any kids? They go, the woman's like, no. I go, well, you could have kids. You could be Puerto Rican, you know? Gotta laugh. Gotta laugh. I go, I did as a tribute to Don Rickles, you know? So that kind of got a laugh.
Sure.
But then I did the joke about my wife being, you know, my wife, I do a joke where I say, basically imply my wife's a slob and it's depressing because my wife's Hispanic. I thought they kept shit clean like at the hotel, you know?
Hilarious.
So,
Hilarious.
So the woman goes, get a real job. And so they wanted me to like, even the drummer there is like, Kevin, this woman's heckling you instead of like letting it go. He wanted me to attack her, but my set was done, so I couldn't really do that much. But what can I do? Like, I know the crowd, they don't back you up. Like, if I do a joke, even if it's funny, if you do a joke that, like, I heard Louis got some shit for doing a thing about white privilege. I didn't see the thing on SNL, but Louis does a funny thing. I didn't see on SNL, but I saw him do the bit where he says, he goes, he was at a hotel. He goes, listen, he was complaining about they didn't have his laundry done. He goes, listen, I think white privilege is wrong, but if it's out there, where is it? Where is it? Give me some of that.
Well-
Like, I'm against it, but if it's happening, like, let me taste some of that.
Yeah.
So I heard, you know, I read that, you know, the Daily News. Daily News was like, oh, he might have went too far, but I'm like, who's
Fuck the Daily News.
no, they're just representing like what you can say and what you can't say. Even with Trump bombing Syria, I can't believe all these people that are like, oh, he was wrong. It's like, wait, so no matter what, if he didn't do anything, they'd be like, why didn't you fucking fight back? And then if he did something, like, people are defending Syria, so it's like, you can't do nothing.
Fact.
You can't do nothing. So that's why this show exists, and that's why fucking Misery Loves Company exists, and that's why in my act I can't fucking say shit
Yep.
because these white women are looking at me like, how dare you? I'm like, how dare you fucking
Yo, and
ugly
it be,
cunt.
It be bugging me out. Like, if you say something about your dick or something, like, bitches ain't out here sucking dick. Like niggas ain't out here eating
What's
pussy.
that have to do with Syria?
No, fuck Syria. I'm
Bitches.
talking about comedy around the Comedy Cellar. When yo, dog, at Stand Up New York, at motherfucking Broadway Comedy Club, at New York Comedy Club, at the Stand, you can come off, you can get away with that kind of shit. But down there, for some
Oh,
reason,
it's definitely. You know what it is? It's more corporate, and you know what it is, and it's also it's the white women, because especially at the underground, they at the cellar it's smaller. So at the underground they take big groups there. They tell the big groups go to the underground.
Yep.
So it's a lot of big groups of white women, and they get empowered being around other white women because they all start having their periods at the same time. And they all start laughing. They all start. They all start They all start laughing or not laughing at the same shit. So they
offended at
but it's not just white women.
no,
man.
it is. They feel empowered. No, it's other races too. But
Yeah, okay.
you can't say it. So don't come to a comedy show.
Thank you.
Don't go to a comedy show if you're sensitive. Like I don't go to fucking like monster truck shows because I'm sensitive to sound. And I don't like big tires. I can't be like this. I don't like this. It's fucking ridiculous, and it's so you get to a point where like what? Like you just want to go. Like you don't even want to. Like when someone said like the drummer's like. He goes, Kevin, get her. I didn't want anyone like I want to get her gun and fucking start spraying the table because to go like
Nigga said he want a Columbine.
no, I don't want to. I don't want to.
Village
I don't want to
Underground.
negotiate with these women because it's gonna make me look like a dick anyway, and I had already gotten the light anyway, so I was done anyway.
Yeah.
But my sets,
you go over that light.
my sets are all like that over there. It's always like the women. Because at the Comedy Cellar, the original Comedy Cellar, I
Yeah.
can see their faces, especially up front. So white women, they're always like when I go up there, they're always like.
Arms
By the end, they're usually coming around because they'll get swept. Like if the rest of the room is laughing, they'll start laughing. But at the beginning, they're like, "Let's see, let's judge, let's get our fucking judge caps
Let's
on."
be the fucking angry Muppets in the balcony.
Yeah,
You know what?
because they're not getting enough. They're not getting enough fucking black dick. You know what I mean?
No
they need
doubt.
to be taught a lesson.
You may want to suggest that. What if you
and
just suggested
also
that?
there's a truth to that because their boyfriends are all fucking sensitive and they're all like so sometimes a woman needs to get fucked hard not to be an idiot, but they need to get fucked hard to be like, oh shit, I shouldn't be worried about this PC shit.
No doubt.
I should be worried about getting some because right,
real
Tom,
Dick, some real
That
dick.
dick.
white guys
That
ain't
dick.
fucking like
Know
they
what I'm
used to
saying?
because
No
you
doubt,
got
Arnold.
no, white guys
Okay.
ain't fucking like they used to. You can't even probably talk dirty. You have to say like something vegan style. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Free range.
Yeah,
Some
free
organic
range,
shit.
fucking,
Oh,
you can't just say whatever you want to a woman when you're fucking her. You know, you got to be like, is that okay? Is it okay if I say, do you like the fucking dirty dicks?
I get the
Or-
light sometimes.
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
Adam gets the
I
light.
get the light sometimes.
You get the light.
I get the light.
I would
yeah.
pay money. Like when we do a
It's-
pay per view show, I want to get a fucking air mattress in here and see Tom fuck his girlfriend. Like a fucking white libtard. Fucking is. I don't even use that term, but I know.
like a NPR tote bag on. Yes.
Just to see how that go.
Okay,
I
is
talk
that too
dirty,
hard?
baby.
It's not too hard, is it?
Because women want to feel like a fucking woman sometimes, and if you're too fucking sensitive, they like,
Yeah.
they say they want this, but they want it.
You
Sometimes
know
they
what
wanna
that
get-
is?
they wanna get treated like
A lot of the time when niggas is out here being bitch made with their women, that's because these motherfuckers ain't getting pussy on a regular. You know what I'm saying? Especially white boys. When they get a girlfriend, everything gets fucked up. Don't be in a band and a white boy get a girlfriend. The band is over. I've been through that so many times already.
learned that with
You know what I
Yoko.
mean? And it's because these motherfuckers don't get pussy like that. So when they finally get a chick that's ready to give up those vaginal secretions, okay, all right.
It's valuable though. It is valuable.
No.
Yeah.
He's committed. So he go bitch all the way down to her views and how she see the world because he trying to fuck later on that night. So yeah, you double in trouble, Kev, when you down there, dog. When they were their metro boyfriends, you know what I mean? Because they're bombing on you. They don't want no real shit.
When I lived in LA, I used to go like food shopping. Every fucking food store, the white girl would be in like one aisle, and she'd be like, "Hon," she'd be calling to her boyfriend like at another aisle, "Hon, "Hon, I'm in aisle 4," and you know the fucking boyfriend wants to fucking hang himself, you know, because he hates that. "Hon, you're my boyfriend, hon. Hon, do you like this kind of broccoli? What kind of sprouts we getting?" So it's like they at the beginning they're like, but then after a while they want to die because they can't stand up to it. They can't fucking say, you know, like, let's go here, let's go. They don't want to do that. They want a fucking steak dinner and they want to get their dick sucked. I hate to talk like you, Jimmy, but it's true. Like, the white women they're fucking up everything.
Isn't it weird that
I'm not
people,
saying all white women. I'm saying 99%.
Isn't it weird?
There are some
People
exceptions,
want comedy,
especially in New York.
Isn't it weird people want comedy to be safe? Like, it's weird that people want comedy to be safe. Like, they don't want you to talk about
They think there's a version, and there is a version. Like the fucking all comics for a lot of it is safe. A lot of it is safe comedy. Like not to trash Mike Birbiglia, but like he kind of started a wave where like he's on the right side of the political issues, and no one gets offended. And people are laughing, and he's popular, so people go like, "Well, you can't. Well, where is he? Where is he?" So women love women. Like I go up there, I'm like, women look at me like, and then I'm like, and I know I'm gonna fucking get him mad anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not the most appealing guy on stage.
People don't like me anyway, and now they really don't like me.
On top of your attitude and your looks, it's a double L. But you're funny. You understand what I'm saying? So that win outbalances.
Yeah, but in 10 minutes, sometimes they don't even come around. Like 10 minutes is too short. Like if I do longer,
I know.
If I do longer, they come around because it's like I'd be fucking them. You know? What
I remember the
verbally.
I remember you fucking.
You got to give them that deep D, like you were talking.
Oh, I know. You got to really
Arnold talking that shit.
Your words.
You got to hit the fucking G spot, motherfucker.
Yeah.
No, you got to hit the comedy G spot, and then they go. Even the white bitches go like, "I got me with that one.
Right.
I got me with that one."
When you hit a white bitch with some unproductive, unreal dick.
I thought you were just gonna say when you hit a white bitch and then
unproductive.
Nah. When you hit her with that
I was about to love that.
unpredictable, unproductive dick, it sets them into a trend.
Right.
What's
They don't want to
unproductive
start
dick?
going to work on time. You know what I mean? They want a motherfucker stay up late.
side
Take a
dick.
call. We got a call. Are they still on hold?
Get that dick on
We got no
unemployment.
calls.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get out of that, huh?
No, people
They ain't fucking
never
with us
hold
today.
on. I guess everyone has a job or
Still
something.
don't have one phone call yet.
Man.
No call.
He said he had a phone call. Now I told him to signal me when they got a call because I can't read the fucking monitor. So
Yo,
I guess I gotta
dog.
get glasses or something.
Nah, but all I'm saying is,
If you call in now, we'll definitely take the call.
hey, yo, what I'm saying
Because
is
we have no
If
calls.
we want to call this guy. Let's call the guy from California. This guy tried to get in last week, and he said he was on hold for like 15 minutes.
Huh.
And I follow him on Facebook. He's got basically a good.
Now we're calling callers now.
It's like a call
That is
center
depressing.
where we don't want to put you on hold too long. We'll call you back.
Yeah, we call you back.
Call
Give
you
us
back.
your
We're like-
number.
like Verizon.
Yeah, give us your number. We'll call you back.
we got, look what a fan just made for
shit.
us. This is awesome.
What is it?
We wanna- no, that's
I wish
Tom.
it was Arnold. Look, come there, Tom. You can get
Yeah, it's okay. I'm in the time zone. He tweeted it. I'll check it out. I can see it.
You see it? That's you and your Joe Pesci outfit.
Those- Is he on?
Do we got the call?
Hey, hello,
This is New York calling.
Who is this?
New
Steven-
York. Hey, New York. I miss you, New York. How are you, New York?
It's Stephen Allen Green. He's a infamous Facebook person.
okay.
Okay.
Yes.
How you doing, beloved?
He was he was on hold. He was on hold for 10 minutes. He was on hold for 10 minutes. Stephen, what'd you want to say last week? I'm sure I know what it is, but what'd you want to say before I ask you questions?
Oh, that's very kind of you. Well, I remember. I mean, there were several chapters by the time at the end of the show. So, I mean, working backwards, you were, I think you were talking about ass raping clowns, and then before that, it was about women's rights. And then before that, you were talking about comedy clubs and crappy comics and shows and bringers, and I have the answers.
Okay.
Well, give them to us.
Give them to us, Steve.
Thank you for your enthusiasm.
This is my man. I fuck with him.
Anyway, Stephen lives in Stephen Allen Green. He lives in L.A.
I do.
He's from L.A. the one thing I don't know if you want to say this, but he's broke. He has no money, right? You're still broke.
I'm broke. I used to be rich, though. I was richer than any comic on the circuit. That's true.
He lives in his car, and so
now I have an apartment now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what would help my image? If I live in my car. I do.
Okay, that's my man.
But if you want to donate, do you have a crowdfund or a GoFundMe?
Oh, thank you. No, I don't have that going for myself at this moment. But if anyone wants to send me anything to help, that'd be great. And I will trade for writing and voiceovers and editing, whatever you need. Or I'll leave you alone, which is the most valuable. So
would you do porn?
Send it to me.
Would you do porn? Would you do porn?
Yes, of course I do porn.
Okay, right. Say no more.
But how do you define porn?
Well, we got Gerald and we got motherfucking George down at
wow.
the motherfucking Grizzly Pair.
You're a badass, aren't you?
No. Well, I'm sitting here.
He's black. He's black.
But I'm sitting here thinking like we could really get you going, bro. Like we could really double up that bread.
Anyway, here's the point. Steven's always like, what should I do? Should I stay in LA? Should I go on the road?
Fuck out of LA.
Should I go on the road and do comedy clubs? Steven, I just want to say, like, you can't go on the road and do comedy clubs because the comedy clubs scene is not what it used to be. So it's like I got a popular podcast and I'm at fucking Bananas in April 21 and 22. In New Jersey, but it's not like I got all this work thrown out to me, and the comedy clubs, they don't pay. So because if you're selling tickets,
they pay something, right?
Yeah, but if you do comedy clubs, if you're big, you do theaters or you do Madison Square Garden. So it's like they have low budgets.
If you're the headliner, you're selling a DVD or a book or a T-shirt. No, I get it. I understand it. Believe me, I do. And having produced a TV show at big theaters in England, I know all about costs. I know the side of it. I know, I had to deal with, that's how Jerry Lewis entered the picture, so I understand all that.
Let me ask you a question.
Would you step would you step your pussy eating game up for some donation? Would you step your pussy? Have you ever eaten long pussy lips before?
What are you talking about?
I'm trying to see.
He's trying to get his career going.
I'm trying to get him some immediate money in his pocket, dog.
He can't do porn. He can do porn.
Fuck porn. I'm past porn. Just eating pussy out here, dog, is gonna have chicks want to give you bread.
Like hourly?
I'm not saying hourly. You meet a chick, you know what I'm saying? If your pussy game eating is up, you gonna get some money, bro.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Get some pussy out here. Now, fuck all that shit, dog. You out here, you looking for a way out? I'm giving you the easy way out, bro. Eat pussy, mean it when you eat it, and get out here on these stages.
I had no idea.
You gotta mean it.
I had no idea.
That's it.
Listen, I got a question.
Disingenuous.
Hang on a second.
This guy, I already know he could be fucking great if he wants to be great.
He could be the best.
He could be great.
Right?
Steven, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a serious question. Before I texted you, I said, "Do you want to come on the show today?" I said at 2:30, and you said, "Yeah, let me give me time to smoke some weed." Do you smoke weed?
Oh.
Do I smoke weed?
Or were you joking?
Well, I mean,
Oh my goodness, this motherfucker! This is why his
It's okay.
career
You
is
can
at a
admit
state.
it.
You can, man. Do you smoke weed, Steve? Steve, do you smoke weed?
I've never smoked weed in my life.
All right, there you go. You still my nigga. I still fuck with you, dog.
No, here's the point.
Steve, hold on.
What are you
Do you eat pussy, Steve?
Oh my god.
Steve, do you eat pussy?
World's worst life coach.
That?
You said what? Hold on. Let him answer the question, dog. We're trying to help this man.
All right.
You said what, Steve? See, we missing this shit. Steve,
Can I make a point?
Go ahead, man. I'm trying to see.
No, I'm trying to say no.
Yeah, why don't you host a show? Have you thought of hosting a show?
No, I just wanted to know if you eat pussy so I can line you up with a couple of bitches.
Eat pussy with Jimmy
He
Mutton?
lives in L.A.
I know bitches.
So here's
in LA.
my point. My point is everybody in L.A. He's always saying I'm broke. I need this. Help me out. Blah, give me some work. But then why is he smoking pot if he's like, you know what I mean, Steven? Because everybody in LA smokes pot. I know a lot of guys who are like, who are like down on their luck, but they still always find money for pot, and like pot don't help you do nothing, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but it's not going to help you get fucking money,
I ain't
right?
gonna let you stay here.
Doesn't pot make you
shit
fucking?
all
Doesn't
week.
pot make
pot in
you
my life.
relax?
Gotta be a
why should
certain-
you? No, why should you be relaxed if you need money and you're looking for work? Shouldn't you be aggressive?
I mean,
pot take that fucking aggressiveness out of you.
No, it doesn't. Weed
Yeah,
inspires.
do it,
Weed inspires.
Inspires you to fucking snack and watch TV. We don't inspire you to do nothing but fucking watch fucking daytime TV. Watch Ellen.
Oh, I love Ellen, by the way.
Yeah, because you smoke a lot of pot during the day.
I smoke a lot of pot all day, every day, all night.
Around kind
And
of
it's not an answer. It's not an answer, especially if you need to get shit done. It's not an answer.
Jimmy's fired up. Like you're fired up regardless. So I think
He's-
it's okay for him. But I think if you're living in a car and you don't have any motivation, don't blow your money on.
Well, my motivation is one day to possibly be as funny as Neil Brennan. That's my
Oh
motivation.
my God, with material.
Did he
like
just say that shit?
I don't care.
Steve?
That's the pot talking.
You
That's
have
the
an issue
pot
with your
talking.
brother's success, don't you, Kevin?
Oh,
What's that?
shit. Whoa, this done turned into a
And you want
therapy
to take it
session.
out
on
on
him
me and the rest of the world. You don't want to really. Do you want to get into some psychodramatic comedy?
Yeah, go
You
ahead,
picked the wrong
Steve.
opponent, motherfucker.
Ooh.
I'll have
just
fun
say-
with
I
you.
just-
Yeah, Steve.
I'll
just
have
think
fun
so
with you.
Huh?
I'll have fun with you.
Oh, shit.
I'm just saying, I don't think smoking pot is the answer when you're trying to
But
fucking
I
get
already
shit
told
going.
you I don't. So why are you lecturing
You just
me? if I
texted me.
do?
You texted me that you did. You texted me that you did. You said, "Oh, good. I'll give time to smoke some pot."
Oh, shit.
And I've seen
How long have you been a comedian?
Facebook tweets where you're like, "Oh, I smoked some pot." It's like, don't smoke pot if you're fucking down on your luck. Is my point. Look at Tom. He probably smoked some pot. He's on the fucking couch.
All right.
Tom.
Wait, you
All
say
right, aside
you've
from the
never?
life advice, what do you
You-
want to talk about?
You say you've never smoked pot.
What do you want to talk about besides that?
Okay, I'm just saying that's my point. It's like I can't make a point in my own fucking show. I'm anti-pot, especially if things aren't going good. I'd say fucking have a cup of coffee and don't smoke pot. I mean, you can bring it. You can bring in my brother's name. You can
And
bring in
most
my.
importantly, hold on. And
Because
most
people
important,
think-
hold on. And most importantly, Steve, start eating some pussy out here, dog. Get back to the community. Get back to the community.
I'm eating plenty of pussy.
All right,
I'm
good
eating
man.
plenty of
So
pussy
now we
and
on the
smoking
right
lots
path.
of
People
pot.
think like, oh,
I
Dave
smoke
Chappelle smokes
pot.
a lot of
Pot
pot.
makes me want to eat pussy.
Oh, you see that?
Pot. I love
You see
pot.
that?
In fact,
Good man,
this pot
Steve.
makes me want to eat pussy.
Good. I fuck with Steve. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about, Kev.
So people people think like, oh, Dave Chappelle, he smokes a lot of pot. He's very successful. It's not that simple. Like Richard Pryor, he put himself on fire, but a lot of guys can't pull that off.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's like it
Yeah.
ain't for everybody. Putting yourself on fire,
I know. I can't.
being like a drug addict. It's not for everybody.
How come? Okay, so
Guy's still on the phone?
How's your career going?
It's going terrible. I'm talking to you.
Hey,
I like Steve, man.
that was
Yo,
good. That
Steve,
was a good
man.
laugh.
Yo,
I'm not
Steve.
here to get into a fight. I'm just
You're
saying
3
like.
hours ahead of me here.
Huh?
I got the 3-hour advantage, man. I haven't woken up yet. I'm not in shape.
Okay,
it's
so-
early. It's
so
it's noon here.
So you
It's
smoke. You
noon.
didn't.
It's like the crack of noon. What's wrong with you idiots?
That's
You guys
my
are
man.
idiots.
My
You
man.
guys are idiots. Felix Oscar. Get the neat row and have him clean up the rug.
Oh my God!
This
I'm,
guy-
I'm as offended as a white woman in the front row at one of his shows
I
right now.
bet you're wimpy looking. You sound tough, but I bet you're like a little wimpy
Is he talking?
little guy.
He's talking about Arnold.
Right?
Oh come on,
Oh, my-
Steve!
Right? Right? The guy with the
Steve.
deep threatening, and they ask me about pussy. Who's
No,
got obviously
no.
got
Hold on.
homosexual issues.
Steve, that's me, man.
You've
That's
got
me.
homosexual
Talking about you.
issues.
He was talking about you
Hosted-
too.
Then
Yo,
you've got a
Steve.
bitter
knows.
brother
Steve.
whose big brother runs a network and has a studio deal and is the best looking comic in America, has a career.
Okay.
So what does little baby brother do? He calls up and abuses a homeless comic who's a drug addict. I like it. I think it's a good pitch. What do you think?
Why?
Okay, thanks for the call.
Yo, Steve, man, we gonna miss you. We hope that you out there eating some pussy to better your life. It looks like you down on vitamin C. Pussy
I
carries
wish I was
vitamin
cool.
C.
I wish I was cool. Like I wish I thought pot was like the answer to every problem.
No, well, you can't
That's
be.
not the answer.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I left California, because I'm like, everybody out there. This guy is like, if read his fucking go on his on Facebook.
Who the fuck is that
Stephen Allen
guy?
Green? He's always saying like he needs money, he needs this, he needs that. I need work, help me out. And then he's telling like, don't smoke pot, don't fight, and don't smoke pot. If that's the situation, because like pot, no fucking life coach will ever tell you like, you know what, if you're feeling lethargic, you do smoke some pot. Like everyone, I'm not gonna name names, other people's names, but I've seen pot fucking destroy like fucking creative people because they get addicted to pot. So this guy's like every fucking day he's like asking for help, and then but what is he? So then he's like, I'm smoking pot. So I only brought it up because he fucking texted me. I go, you want us to call you today? He goes, yeah. I see. I go, well, 2:30. He goes, okay. Well, they'll give me time to jerk off and smoke some pot.
Why do you have some Facebook person's phone number? Are you friends with this guy?
Because it's fucking messenger. Anyone can fucking the guy's about to kill me, Scott, our audience member. Did you contact me through Facebook? So I can't stop this. I don't even know how it works. I don't even know how this shit works, but everyone wants to.
We went out of our way to call that lunatic, is what I'm saying. That guy didn't even call us. We called him.
No, because I thought I'd be doing him a favor. I knew it would turn this way because I have no luck. I have no luck. But anyway, I knew once I brought it up, he was going to get all defensive. But I don't give a fuck because it's like, so I'm supposed to act like he's like I'm going to let his run his fucking game about like I'm this guy, I'm that guy. He sleeps in his car. Read his fucking Facebook post. He might have an apartment, but this guy can never get a break. I hate these guys who are like, I can never get a break, but let me smoke some pot. Like, where's the what? Well, Dave Chappelle. Okay, well that's not you. Dave Chappelle's an extremely talented fucking guy. Extremely. Like he's of the 1% of the 1%.
Facts.
So nobody can touch that. So people are like, oh, I smoke pot. Dave Chappelle does. Oh, I do cocaine because Richard Pryor does. Okay, well that's not the answer for everybody.
Don't do drugs.
Especially if you live in your fucking car. Like it's like if you live in your car, don't smoke pot. If you live in your car, don't smoke pot because first of all, you might get arrested. If somebody walks by and a cop walks by, you're like, oh, that guy's smoking pot in his car house.
Argue that, though. If you sleep in your car, you're probably real stressed out. So if you smoke a little, it might make you less stressed out. I think if you do...
So pot's not free. Pot's not free. So if you're sleeping in your car, you're probably paying somebody. I've seen a guy like say, I smoked a nice joint today.
Sometimes you just roll up on somebody.
If you live in your car, you don't have money for pot. And pot's not a good fucking. If you have money for any drug, do cocaine because that'll get you pumped up.
Sit here and let you continuously talk shit about weed, brother. You out of your motherfucking mind. We make everything on earth better, man. We make pussy better. We make food better. We make motherfucking drinking better.
Keep going.
We make motherfucking being around bitch ass motherfuckers in your life better.
What else?
You know what I mean? Like weed is the Neo of the Matrix, dog.
Neil?
The Neo of the Matrix.
I ask this question to everybody who smokes pot.
What?
If you, I'm talking about hypothetically. Well, you do have a son, so I'm not going to ask you. Anyway, I ask people who have kids. I go, the people, I don't know if you smoke pot every day. People who smoke pot every day. Do you want your kids smoking pot every day? Probably not, because it's not a motivational fucking tool. So especially if you're in a rut, don't smoke pot. I know guys are in ruts and they fucking smoke pot. Stop smoking pot.
So what do you want
like
them to
if
do?
you're like in a rut and you drink every day, you'd be like, I'm gonna drink every day. Don't drink every day. If you're in a rut, don't fucking drink every day.
Anything every day is not good, probably.
Would it be if you're in a rut? Let me just ask this, and don't jump down my throat. If you're in a rut, and you masturbate a lot, you shouldn't masturbate every day. If you're in a rut,
No.
why?
Because masturbation, again, masturbation, like the first time let's put it this way, when I shoot a load, I'm less aggressive. I remember, you need that aggressive, especially white dudes. We got to hold on to this shit.
Weakens the knees.
Okay.
Because I remember the first time I did I was dating this girl and I had a spot at Boston Comedy Club. I was emceeing and she gave me a blowjob, really good blowjob, right before, like an hour before my show. I went up there. I was like, it was like kryptonite. I had no
nothing to
power.
fight for.
All the jokes that normally work didn't work. because I lost that fucking aggressiveness.
Selling them.
Sucked the funny out of you.
Sucked
She
it
sucked
right
the
out.
funny out of me, right, Deepu? So she sucked the funny right out of me.
This is my least favorite nickname you've given me.
Right.
So
worse than Comedy Tom. I
So
think.
white guys, we need our aggressiveness. So I say, if you want to get a job, it'd be like, if you want to get a job, don't smoke a joint and then jerk off and then go to the job interview. Stay aggressive. Stay. I would say exercise. I say if you're in a rut, exercise more. Try to eat a little bit more green vegetables, but don't smoke pot. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if nobody agrees with me. It's a fact. I've seen fucking guys' careers. Like they're like, I smoke a little pot every day. I'm like, every day I was in a car with a guy, funny guy. We drove from fucking Texas to Minnesota. Every 2 hours he would smoke. He would light up in a car. I'm like, what the fuck do you need every 2 hours? Like, did you kill a baby? What do you got to cloud your head for? Like,
Dab on a motherfucker named Brennan.
no, what's in your head? What's in your head that you got to fucking smoke pot every day? What compels you to be that relaxed every 2 hours?
Yo,
But I think it becomes like a fucking, you need it for whatever reason. I don't think it's healthy.
fuck
So
is
this
this
guy,
guy
I'm like,
If you get a blowjob every day and you in a rut, you shouldn't get a blowjob every day.
I don't think
That's
you're. I don't think you're in a
different.
rut
That's different.
if you get a blowjob every
that's
day.
different. You
know what I'm saying?
First of all, guys who get blowjobs
okay.
every day, they're not in a rut. And
Okay.
if you
Right,
jerk
that's what I'm
off,
saying.
if you jerk off every day, you could. I see a lot of guys on the train that probably jerk off every day, and they're in ruts.
You could
Yeah,
get
they're
head
wearing
every day and be in a
a lie,
rut.
man.
Homeless people could get head every day and still be in a rut.
No, they can't get head every day.
I don't know
Homeless
about
people gotta
that.
bounce.
No one's
gotta bounce in
no
their
one's gonna
step,
blow
man.
a homeless guy every day.
Homeless lady might.
No, she'll stop.
She's looking. Yeah, she's
She'll
looking.
she'll blow the guy, and then she'll be
good-looking
looking
ass
for
homeless
something
dude,
else.
you
If
might
you
be
don't
able
give
to
her
pull it
nothing,
off.
like Smoothie gives him a nice fucking
How's
place
Smoothie
to
doing?
stay.
Yo, Smoothie. I saw Smoothie.
We gotta all go get shape
Actually,
up.
he's in
one of
med
these
school,
days.
actually.
Yo, we
Smoothie and I. The
need to
three of
go
us.
kidnap
That
him
call
off the
made me
block.
mad because I know it's gonna turn on me because this guy's like a cat that you
Cat?
give milk to,
Yeah.
and then he's like,
Coming around.
oh, and then he's like, hey, what's up? What's up? And
He
I'd be
kinda
like,
rubs up
There's
his
just
cheeks a
nothing
little bit.
compelling about being a telephone gangster. Like he was getting like crazy
Yeah.
on the phone. It's
but
like,
even
the phone,
when they
who
bring up my
cares?
brother, like, first of all, the whole Neil thing is like, it doesn't even really bother me. But like when people like that bring it up, I'm like, dude, it doesn't
Everyone
even
knows
bother
you're
me.
the funny brother.
No, it doesn't even bother me because first of all, even the Neil, it's like having a fucking a Neil on the West Coast and I'm on the East Coast. It's like a East Coast West Coast thing. Like I'll fucking
got
kill
beef.
him. Like I'll kill him. Like I'm fucking I'm
beef.
Biggie Smalls.
Can I? In 2 weeks, right? It'll be the week of 420. Can we all smoke weed before the show?
You
That's
smoke
what's
weed,
up.
Tom?
A little bit, not every day.
what's
I'll
up.
smoke
Beat me
weed
up.
before 420.
All right, let's do it.
No, so not.
Show's gonna suck.
No, it's not. That's him. That's him.
That's him.
That's him.
God,
Oh
look
my
at he's got money.
You want him to do porn? I know what he looks like. You're like,
Wait
you
a
eat a lot
second.
of
Is
pussy.
that $100 bill? He's got more money than me.
He looks like he eats a lot of pussy, and he went down and came up with it.
Yeah,
With that fucking dumb, with that dumb
Looks like he's
beard.
got a lot of slinkies and kazoos, if you know what I mean.
Still fuck with Steve.
Evan.
Whoever
70s
Steve is
pussy.
that?
Are we off next week?
No.
No.
So next week we should do it.
What's next week?
Next week will be the week of 420.
Oh boy.
Well,
Yes, it will.
420. Today's the 10th.
Yes, stupid. So next week will be the 17th.
Saying it'd be the closest thing to
Yeah.
420.
I think the week after they're off anyway.
Mm.
Wait.
Thought it was the week after.
Yeah, it's the 17th.
They're off in 2 weeks. Yeah, next week is, yeah. Maybe we'll do a show on 420 because we can't do the show the following Monday.
Okay, cool. So
We'll get high. We'll get high on 420.
that'll be so
that,
fun.
yeah.
The last time first of all, I just know how strong pot is too now. Like,
Yeah.
pot's way too strong.
I'm gonna get the good stuff.
I did like 2 hits in Cincinnati, and I was like tripping. Like the guy was driving me home. First of all, I thought the guy wanted to fuck me because I didn't know who he was. He just and you know when you're high, you always you're looking for conspiracies. So the guy wasn't talking, and I was too high to talk. So I'm like, motherfucker, talk. I was trying with my mind to tell him to talk, just to break the fucking tension. And then I'm like, I hope the cops pull us over because I want to get.
Why
out
would
of
you
that
want
car.
the cops to pull
Because
you?
I want to say, like, I'm really high. Can you help me? Take me to the hospital. Take me to the
It
hospital.
was that bad?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like when I went to the hotel, I'm like, I think I'm gonna die.
It's fucking strong now.
It's too strong. That's why I don't want my kids. One of the reasons I moved out of California, I don't want my kids smoking pot.
Kid's a Puerto Rican who lives in New Jersey City. He's going to be smoking weed.
It's a fact.
No, but it won't be
later.
like every day because out there they think it's like a herb and they think it's like a herb you take every day because it's like broccoli. It's like a vegetable. You know what I mean? Everybody I know smokes pot. And they all think it's like the greatest thing. And it's like, but I've seen guys guys who smoke pot every day. It fucks with them. It's like it's not good for their career. But if this guy makes no secret of all his problems. He's living in his car. He can't get a job. He's asking people for help. Like, I gave him money one time so he could fucking sleep.
You serious?
I donated money to his fucking. That's why I asked him if he wanted a donation. Maybe the fans of the show could donate. I gave him $100 or something so he could sleep in a hotel. And this is the fucking thanks I get.
Unbelievable.
I know he's desperate. So I'm like, dude, don't smoke pot if you're desperate. And this is not on fucking Howard Stern. This is like on the down low that I'm telling him this, you know. But I know he'll fucking come at me on Facebook and he'll unfriend me. Oh, I'm scared.
Yeah.
He's called back.
He has?
Yeah.
Oh,
Put him through.
No, we're not putting him through.
Please, just put Steve
No, I don't
through
want.
one
No,
more
no,
time.
no. Don't put him through.
He said he's
Maybe he wants to
crying.
apologize.
No, I don't want to hear talking about how much pussy he should eat. It's
No,
like
I
it's
just- I'm not gonna
ridiculous.
talk to him about
No, I don't
pussy.
want to talk to him. I don't want to talk to him.
Just one time.
It's my show. What's the name of the show?
Whoa,
Burning Bridges.
that's what we're doing?
I'll take other calls. Oh, it's
rank
my
on
name.
you.
Oh, it's my name.
There's
Anyway.
another caller.
Wow.
there's another.
I don't want to talk to the guy anymore. If he wants to fucking apologize,
Hey, it's your show. It's your show.
no, if he wants to apologize,
Maybe that's what he wanted to do.
No, but I don't want to
I just wanted to
fucking.
ask him. I just wanted to ask him, did he really feel that way about us? You know what I mean? But
Oh, he's just talking shit. He likes roast battles on the West Coast too.
God.
It's like another thing is like I've said before. If you want to call in, if you want me to like burn bridges for you, I'll burn bridges. But this guy's nothing. I burn bigger bridges than this guy. Like before I wake up in the
It
morning.
looks like he lives under a bridge.
Huh?
He looks like he lives under a bridge.
Right.
Am I right?
Really be homeless.
But I'm always curious, like I don't want to get too involved with him, like on Facebook. But I'm like, what's like? Are you really? Is it going this bad? And I mean, he said he had $3. He has $3. Like if you can read his Facebook post, he has $3 to his name. I'm saying if you have $3 to your name, how do you have money for pot? And
More
did
than
someone
me.
donate the money for the pot? And what do you want to do after you smoke pot? You want to fucking take a nap? He don't have a place. He has to take a nap in his car, and maybe he gets fucking a ticket.
how does he?
Because he forgets to put money in the
still
meter.
Have a car.
Yeah.
Because everybody has a car. They give you one in California.
It's like gay people in New York.
Just like the fucking Arabs, when they come here, they get a car, so they can drive it,
Yes.
so they can fucking start picking people up and dropping them off.
Sure.
Oh, that's the old joke that as soon as they drop them off at the JFK, they give them a fucking yellow cab and they go start.
Medallion.
They start picking people up.
Give Sad
You're already
Car
at the
Sonata.
airport, so just
Right.
get your first fare while you're here.
Yeah, right.
Logical.
It's all
You got
right.
no room in the luggage because in the fucking trunk because all it's my stuff. Don't you love that when you get a fucking Uber and the guy in the trunk's full?
He's got like his
You're like
lacrosse
you're like
gear.
motherfucker. Like you didn't know you're gonna be working.
I like when I get a
You
cab
don't
and
know
they're
you're
like,
working. Can you put it? And like, no, I can't.
I like when I get a cab and they say, "Hey, how do I get here?" I'm like, "You're the fucking cab driver.
Right.
It's your one job to get there."
What do you mean? Get where?
Like when they don't know how to
Your
get
destination.
somewhere.
ask you for
No,
directions.
I used to drive a cab in Philadelphia when I was in college, and people would say, "I would say, can you direct me?" I go, really? I'm like, what do you got to do? This is before cell phones. I'm like, you can't just tell me where to go. I don't know. I don't
as
know
a
these
cab
fucking. I don't
driver.
know North Philadelphia. Black neighborhood.
20th and
I don't
Diamond.
know North Philadelphia.
Yeah, Benny Siegel.
My son flips out. He's like, Dad, I want that toy. Then I buy the toy, and he plays it for an hour, and then it goes in the rest of the toy. So I'm like, I ain't paying for it, and I don't want him to steal. I'd rather have him steal than smoke pot. Is my point. That's the moral of the story. Like I don't care if they steal because kids steal, like kids curse. But smoking pot is like a fucking. You don't grow out of that. People don't grow out of smoking pot. They smoke pot.
to me.
This motherfucker lives in his car. And he's asking people for money, and then he's putting on Facebook about how he just had his nice joint. Who did someone give it to you? And if you have a joint, sell it, and then maybe you don't have to fucking beg for money on the Facebook streets, the streets of
$10 a
Facebook.
joint.
You're
How
turning.
much is a joint, Jimmy?
Hey,
what does it go for
You
now?
can get $10 a joint out there.
That's it.
Bag.
No dime.
So a joint. How much would a single joint cost him on the if he's looking for a joint?
Usually don't buy joints.
Yeah,
off
you
of
really
people.
don't.
Unless you're in the
Tom, who the
70s.
I got Jimmy here. You think I'm gonna go to you about joints, Jimmy?
But he knows too. Jimmy, you don't buy joints off of people.
No, unless you had like a festival or something like
Right.
that where they got all the pre-joints.
Sure.
yeah, but you buy single cigarettes. You wouldn't buy a single joint.
No, they don't do that, old
No,
man.
they do
Maybe
that.
back in
Why wouldn't they sell a
1972.
single joint? Wouldn't you want a joint?
I think there's so many ways to
Don't do it.
smoke now. They got the vapes. vapes and all that shit. So people just want to pack a little one hitter.
Oh, so it's more when people are vaping, they're mostly getting high now, right? What do you think the percentage is? People like legitimate vaping or pod vaping?
It's kind of people.
80-20.
Remember the first show? Were you there? The first show Jimmy did with us?
Yeah.
At MLC? Jimmy,
so,
Jimmy all of a sudden he's like vaping. Then he's like,
yeah.
whoa.
You're vaping in the right.
But he had such a weird reaction. I'm like, I think something's in that vape.
Right.
Something special, like
that's
fucking
loaded.
LSD.
There's some active ingredients.
People still smoke
in there.
LSD?
I don't know.
I don't think they ever smoked LSD.
I don't think that ever happened.
You know what?
I smoked LSD as a kid.
I bumped it.
Eat it.
Whoa.
I wanted to jump in front of a train.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we
It was a local. It was making local stops.
they still smoking LSD. I bumped into a guy like maybe 6 months ago,
Really?
smoking LSD. I got some of that footage on my fucking Instagram.
Shit. You're not talking about PCP.
Nah,
LSD.
yeah.
Weird.
Maybe I'm talking about. I don't know. I think I
you
was
might be talking about PCP.
yeah, maybe PCB.
Because
Or that UCB. Is that the improv group?
it might be the UCB.
Or TBS.
Some
Usually
PCP and then do
PBS
some
the
improv
network?
down at
No,
UCB.
TBS, Taking Back Sunday. That makes
Okay.
sense.
Okay.
What's
It's a
TBS?
band, right?
Yes, good
Okay,
man.
all right.
This is why
Jimmy's
I fuck with
favorite
you,
band.
Arnold.
Okay.
Although your loyalty is shaky, that's why I fuck
Well,
with you. As long as you know who Taking Back Sunday is.
Is that a rap group?
No,
Oh, that's
I
like,
introduced you to
talked
Taking Back
about it.
Sunday last week. Josh, our guy who was in here from Long Island, Long Beach, he those
that
guys
group.
from Taking Back.
Okay.
Can we get something from Taking Back Sunday, guys, so we can refresh Kevin's memory?
Who's everyone's
No, that's
favorite
not
emo
Oh my
available.
gosh, she
Got a
hated
big
on
no.
Taking Back Sunday.
We have any other callers?
Oh my god.
Let's take another call because that was the first call left a bad taste in
Really
my
bad
mouth.
taste.
Right.
I think you need to sit your children down and be like, listen, daddy's wrong.
Let's
I only
go.
talk about this because my wife.
we got a
my wife
caller?
Don't listen to the
We
show.
got a caller?
Go ahead,
Yeah.
caller.
Kevin, what did you mean by that tweet where you said, I'm done burning bridges. I'll discuss it on tomorrow's Burning Brennan podcast.
I was kidding. I think people thought I was going to quit the show or whatever, but it's like, first of all, tweeting is like, I mean, a lot of times you can't say exactly what you mean. I basically said, no, somebody was saying about, somebody tweeted yesterday about Opie, because I apologized to Opie on my MLC.
You were kidding?
Huh?
That's it? You were kidding? You were just kidding?
Yeah, I'm doing a show. I'm not quitting. I mean,
Okay.
I have
All right, that's all I wanted to know. Thanks.
Oh shit.
You get no
Can't all
respect
callers? Why can't
from
all
any
the callers?
caller.
That guy
Oh my
doesn't smoke
God,
pot because
this
he's got
my
shit to
man.
do.
Straight to the
This
point.
my man,
If he
whoever
smoked
you
pot,
was,
if he
dog.
smoked pot, he wanted to talk for half an hour,
Fuck
and then he
with
called
him, dog.
back.
That nigga owned you just now on that phone call, bro.
God, that was great.
It was like, oh, I
Oh,
love
so somebody tweeted
What
that.
did you say about Opie?
I guess I apologized on the MLC last week,
What
and
did you apologize for?
I can't even go into it. Anyway, so somebody
Get into
tweeted-
anything anymore.
Somebody tweeted that Kevin apologized, and so Opie commented on it, and then I basically said, and then somebody said like something. So I basically, as a joke, I said I'm done burning bridges because it's basically implying it's too many headaches. And then once somebody tweeted like, "Are you done with the show?" I'm like, "Oh shit, I didn't mean that because I didn't say I'm done with the show. I said I'm done burning bridges like as a joke.
Right.
Because if I don't burn bridges, what is the show? I mean, what is my life?
Who knows? That's the real question.
Like, it getting to a point where I'm basically a troll for fucking Kmart and Target and 7-Eleven. Like, I'm just trying to get free shit, because it works. I'm telling you, if you guys got a problem, tweet about, just tag the company and they'll get right on it because they know that shit go viral. Like the fucking United. You guys see the United video today?
Oh no.
They dragged a Asian guy off the plane.
No.
You guys didn't see it?
No.
I guess you're in a fucking internet-free zone. Anyway, it's all over the internet because they dragged some guy off a plane because they're looking for volunteers. Trump's America. They're looking for volunteers because the flight was overbooked, so they dragged this guy off the plane.
Wow.
They said they did a random. They
consider him a
This
volunteer.
guy.
That guy volunteered. You're saying?
No, nobody would volunteer. So then they did like a random thing, like a loser lottery, and whoever lost had to leave. But they wouldn't. And then this supposedly guy was a doctor, and he got a bloody lip.
Oh my
That guy's gonna make so much money.
But the best part is he was screeching like a bitch. He was like, ah! when they grabbed him. So all the people on the plane like, this is wrong. It looks like he's got an oxygen thing in his nose. That's his glasses. He resisted. I think he's from Vietnam because that's some real shit. Where he's like, he's dealt with he's dealt with communist fucking.
Shit.
No, he's dealt with some real rough motherfuckers.
That's some crazy ass shit though. That's crazy.
No, so I tweeted today. Yeah, there was no shortage of volunteers when I was on my United flight today. So after that thing, so Allie goes, "Oh my God, Kevin's on a flight. Where the fuck is he going?"
Everybody thinks
Everyone takes
Twitter's
your
real.
Twitter very
Everybody's
literal.
like literal, and also like, let me just say the thing about Twitter, like. I don't want to talk about Opie, but the thing is, like, sometimes Twitter's like professional wrestling, and sometimes you just say shit just
That's
for
you
like
in
the
general. You don't believe half of the shit you say.
I do it for I don't do it for I try to be funny, but a lot of times I do it for like the shock value or to like get Twitter in a fucking get their panties in a bunch. And like so many times where I've listened to Robert Kelly either like on said to me in person, he goes, "You should have tweeted that. Reddit would have gone fucking nuts." And Reddit does go nuts over shit. So I'm not looking for that. Sometimes I'm not even thinking like, oh, let me get fucking Reddit going. But Robert Kelly, sometimes in my head, I'll be like, oh yeah, you should have tweeted that. Because whenever he yells at me, he's always like, "Why didn't you tweet it? Why didn't you tweet it?" Because Reddit, like, if I'm fighting with him, he goes, "You should have tweeted it." I'm like, oh, maybe I should have.
In the middle.
Your new boss. Who's paying you, Riotcast or?
I get paid straight out of that show. Yeah.
They'd pay you cash?
It's. I don't know if we want to get into
just putting you on the
spot.
details.
So specific.
I don't know that that's interesting.
I'm just putting you on the spot. Send him my love.
I will.
He
Big hug for you.
No, there is an aspect of professional wrestling to it, especially with Robert
Absolutely.
Kelly, because you put a cape on Robert Kelly, he looks like he belongs in a ring. You know what I mean?
Sure.
With that big fucking head, with that big fucking meathead. You know what I mean? He looks like a professional wrestler, and so that's what it is. But I never wanted you to not, because you got rent, you got a studio too, right?
Yeah.
So you got expenses.
I got
And you're professional.
a lot of expenses.
You know what you're doing, right?
I think. Yeah. Seems like it.
Well, he knows what he's doing, and people like working with him. So why? And again, I can't really go like, oh, like Robert Kelly said to me, like, oh my God, like you want to go somewhere else? Like, yeah, I got expenses, motherfucker. I can't work for free just for you. Like, I would love to just be sitting at Riotcast smoking pot and relaxing. That's another thing. I see these guys that are like 50. That are like comics and are like, oh, I work at a Comedy Cellar or I work at this club. And it's like, dude, you're going to be 60. You think things are going to pick up for you when like you're 60? Or like, no, I got it. Like, I would love to just smoke pot and relax and pretend like everything's going to work out. It ain't. Shit ain't going to work out. You got to make it work out. Trump's America. You got to make it work out. And then what I was saying about, I don't want to go back to fucking politics, but everybody's like getting on Trump about going bombing Syria. Like, what was he supposed to do, right, Adam?
Yeah.
Well,
Was he supposed to not bomb? If he didn't react, people are like, you're just gonna let them fucking kill these kids?
Yeah. You got to do
People kill
something.
kids every day, B. That shit happens every day.
I'm saying,
Yeah,
yo.
but not with enough fucking nerve gas.
Urban Tom.
That was a motherfucking scene from Paid in Full.
It's true though. People
was a
kill kids
sin.
every day. It's just whatever.
Yeah, but not with nerve gas, and it's not on video. If it was on video, people don't react unless they can see it.
Right.
That's
First of
a
all,
fact.
Well, listen, I don't want to.
So if you can get a video of kids dying from nerve gas, you got to react. You can't be like, oh, well, we got to get to the bottom of this. People go, I think he broke some fucking peace accord. It's like, fuck that. Fuck the peace accord. That Syria's doing whatever the fuck they want. Russia's doing whatever they want. The reason why we're losing internationally because we play by the rules and nobody else does. It's like being a professional wrestler and everybody brings a fucking a hat.
Stop it with the
on a
professional
chair.
wrestling references.
Listen to me, brother.
Hulk Hogan.
No, we're the only country that plays by the rules, and that's why people are good. That's why people get away with murder. If we bomb fucking North Korea with a nuclear weapon, all this shit, they would go away. That guy's haircut would fucking burn up. You know what I mean? We got to let them know that we ain't playing by the rules, and then they'll be afraid. They'll be very fucking
Peace
afraid.
accord. He didn't get congressional approval, so he broke the law.
Fuck that. Syria they don't wait for approval.
We're supposed to be
They don't
better
even have a
than
Congress. He
Syria.
killed them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? See, that's why you can't do comedy for white people. Because they're always
This isn't
like,
comedy, you dumb fuck.
I know, I'm making a joke, but that's how they process everything. Like, well, that's not
Logically?
That's not exactly true. No, it's not a logical world. Check out the internet. It's the logical world is done. It's done.
It's over.
Internet destroyed
It's
it.
done. It's done. Fucking people with Vine videos are getting fucking rich, and guys like Stephen Allen Green are sleeping in their fucking car and smoking pot.
That guy's a random lunatic. That
I
you
know.
met
A
somehow.
talent like Stephen Allen Green of all
Rare,
people.
a special gifted man. Hey, no, the best part is he's like the best part is he's like he goes
national
he he'll go on Facebook and go, should I stay in LA and try to make this work, or should I go on the road and like do comedy clubs? I'm like, dude, it's not 1980. You can't just show up at a town with a fucking guitar. They're like, you guys booked me. They're like, oh, we were waiting for you.
Yeah.
Every town has like 100. There's more comics than they could ever fucking need, and they'll use them before they use you. You fucking the guy's old too. And that's what I'm saying. Like old guys are like, what I'm gonna do is in my third act. There ain't no third acts.
Sometimes.
Unless you're on the internet. Sometimes, like who? Rodney Dangerfield?
You, motherfucker.
Oh, third act. Yeah, and the guy's calling me out like, how you doing? I'm like, you're calling my show. I ain't calling your show.
Uh-huh.
Am I right? And then he brings up my brother. I'll take him out and my brother.
I can't
In
wait.
that order.
When do you think we...
Well, everyone knows that I'm on the loose.
Neil smokes weed, right?
No.
Oh.
We're not a smoking weed kind of a family. We're not a smoking weed kind. I'll just say this: Neil was against one of my brothers smoke weed, and Neil was like, it's dumb because we're low energy anyway. So we don't need to be.
You call this low energy?
No, I'm talking about he's calling the Brennans low energy. Who's us?
Sorry.
Jimmy
Talking
Brennan.
black people? You see Russell Westbrook? Is he low energy? Black people have the energy of 10 white dudes.
Had a hair on that guy.
This guy has a triple Russell Westbrook.
He
People
is
go
the
like,
fucking-
he
he
has a
is
lot
the-
of energy. I'm like, yeah, look at it. Look at that body.
He's the MVP.
At a party with him once.
The guy could
Looking
beat.
dude.
Fight. You could put 4 white guys on him. He would beat them.
Absolutely.
He would score against 4
He's a
white
little
guys.
vicious guy. He's a little vicious.
He's an
guy.
animal, but he would score. You could put 4 white guys cover him. He would. They can't keep up. Let's say full court. He would just run past them.
Yeah,
So
aggressively.
Neil's point was Brennan should smoke pot because we're low energy, so we don't need to be lower energy. And plus, we get in our heads. We're already in our heads. White people are already in their heads, so you don't need to. You know what I mean?
I know what
I'm
you
going
mean.
to you.
It
but
doesn't. It doesn't work for me, but I
Don't
think it works
work.
great for Jimmy. Like Jimmy's fired up. Like you could fucking.
Already.
Yeah, but that's. I think that's.
Blazed.
I think that's a. I think that's like a.
Or is that just a Jimmy thing?
I think that's a trick. You think you
Okay.
need pot to get you going, but
Oh, I see.
I still think it slows you down.
I hear that shit. I'm. Listen, man.
Listen, but I think
White
not
man
to be
been telling
racist.
lies all they life.
Like
man,
Fife
you
Dog
know
said
what
he
I mean?
could get loose off
Here
orange
comes
juice.
something
I
racist.
think-
I mean?
This might sound racist, but if I was black, I think I was.
Anytime you got to start off a conversation with "this might sound racist," chances are it's racist, bro.
No, I think
80%,
this might sound
80%
racist
chance.
because here's the thing: if I was black, and I knew people were out to fucking shoot me and stuff, I would maybe smoke pot just to be super chill. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because when I lived in LA, I'm not gonna lie, I was basically a stay-at-home dad. And I went to like a doctor. I said, like, I think I need some fucking shit to chill me down. So I took like some antidepressants because I was like all on edge. And then when I was like a stay-at-home dad on antidepressants, like my kids would like spill milk and I'd fucking laugh. I thought it was funny.
We need to get
It
you
is
back on
funny.
this stuff.
No, but
Kids.
before that, I would get mad. But now I'm like, it's funny. So like, if I was black, I would need to like, if a cop was like, oh, what the fuck are you driving a car for? You're black. I'd be like, I'd be laughing. Like if I was on some fucking kind of medication, whether it's good pot or like a good antidepressant, you know what I mean? But as a white guy, people don't come at me as much. So, you know what I mean? So I don't need to be chilled down. Is my point.
Okay, I
Is
see.
that
what
kind of
you're
what's
saying.
happening here?
No, not at all. I
Oh,
just
okay.
like to turn up.
All right.
I just
Okay.
like to be turned
And
up.
again, culturally, I think everyone smokes pot now, but I think culturally, like a lot of black people smoke, and blacks and pot is big in the NBA because there's not a hangover from pot, so you get smoke a little after the game. That's like that's like a fact. So that's why they can't outlaw it because you drink too much, you're hungover for the next, and they might play the next game or travel the next day, so they smoke pot, they're done. So culturally. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Culturally, it's everywhere, but like I think in some communities it's bigger. Like in show business, it's huge. In like whatever. So I'm not gonna fucking be more racist. But anyway, my point is, if you're living in your car, pot's not the answer. Have some coffee, maybe even do some coke if that's the way you're gonna
That's what
go.
I'm saying. I'm thinking it's
Come in with a little. Come in. Don't
Right.
come in relaxed. Don't
You
come in
go
with your
up.
fucking. Yeah. Make sure you take a shower. Make sure your pants your fucking belt is tied up. And
maybe.
Cocaine is a white person drug anyway. You know what I mean? Cause
Tell Rick James.
Nah, y'all got the money to really finance that kind of shit. Every fucking 10 minutes, y'all want to take a bump and shit like that. Weed, we get it one time. $10. We high for 3 hours. You know what I mean? We
Economical.
Gucci. You know what I mean? Like, but y'all like to
wrap it up.
Y'all like to really turn up. You know.
Shout out to Hudson Web Development. He did my website. He's great. I'm at April 21, 22. I'm at the Bananas in Hasbrook Heights. Please show up there because like. People always go like, the show we did last week. That people are like, oh, it's so great. I'm like, okay, you guys gotta turn up. How you say, Jimmy?
You gotta turn up, right?
You gotta turn out. You gotta turn out because a lot of
turn up.
You gotta support. You gotta support because people are so spoiled by like free shit on the internet that it's like. But I still gotta pay bills. I don't want my kids stealing as much as they do. Like I still like them stealing a little bit.
Sure.
But I don't want them stealing every day.
No.
Because at some point we're going to get caught, and then my kids are going to be like, my dad made us steal. My daughter's going to
teach them the mafia way. You teach them, when you get caught, you don't squeal. Then when you come home, we throw a big party for you. Huh?
No, they're going to snitch me out.
Take one for the team.
My kids will snitch me out. Anyway, Adam, plug your website and your fucking thing.
You can check me out at recroomny.com. It's my studio. We do all
your
kinds
Twitter is Rec Room Audio.
Yep, at Rec Room Audio. Follow me. I just started it. I think I have like 8.
Yeah, follow him.
Or something.
Jimmy Martinez, at Jimmy's Conduct with a K.
You already, man. I want to say happy birthday to one of our Twitter fans, Lulu V. You know what I mean? She's been showing us a lot of love on Twitter. Happy birthday, girl.
Yeah, she used to send me Snatchies.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
She was like the original Snatchies.
That's awesome.
Snatchies. She sent it to Lenny because she thought I wasn't. I said. Then Lenny showed it to me.
Wow.
I texted her or whatever, or I didn't text her. I through Twitter. I'm like, why? I said, you just send it straight to me.
Yeah, that seems like a weird...
I don't need Lenny as a fucking middleman for fucking Snatchies.
All right, I got to get my my plug in.
The music's playing. Hurry up.
If anybody's in Texas, I'll be featuring at the Addison Improv this Thursday through Saturday, 13th through 15th with Monroe Martin. So if we have any Dallas...
Oh my God, he's headlining in Texas?
Yeah, Addison Improv. Check it out.
I guess I'm selling out theaters there then.
Yeah. Oh,
motherfucker. Stephen Allen Green, God bless. Thank you, Kumia. Thank you, Compound Media.
You already know, man. Shout out to all the bitches out here getting your new nigga fresh with your baby father's child support checks. You know what I mean?